I'm at 64 West 29th, and I'm going to go into crawl space. There's some concerns about bugs and stuff being able to enter in the crawl space, so I'm going to look for that. The first thing we need to do is have a more readily accessible crawl door. This is a piece of what we call OSB, which is Oriental strand board. You can see it's just kind of coming apart. It's not meant for exposure to the elements, and it's, you know, it's coming apart, swelling. It's hard to get on and off. So we should make a crawl door that's made out of primarily PVC lumber, a nice frame. Pest control has left some traps down. That's good. And I'm here at the crawl door, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to work my way around counterclockwise. So I'm going that way first. The first thing I'm looking at is this is it's a powder dry in here. That's a good thing. Got a nice heavy vapor barrier. The air feels dry. Some of the insulation, as you can see right here, is starting to fall. What we could do to remedy that is we could put some additional wire hangers here, like that right there. And typically when the insulation is installed, they don't install those hangers at a frequency that's high enough to keep the insulation up where it belongs over a long period of time. So we just come back in and we just fill in with some more hangers to help support the insulation. Over time, it will all kind of start to settle and fall, and then it's a real mess. Okay, and up near the first vent, and I'm noticing that the vents are closed. This time of the year, the vents should be open. And what we like to recommend is that the vents are opened in the spring and the fall and closed in June, July, and August, because the air is too humid in June, July, and August. So it's better to keep the vents closed. But it's now September, so the vents should be open until probably early December. Now I'm looking up towards the front of the house. The front of the house is that way. You can see some of the insulation blankets right there that have fallen down, and that's the same thing that we're talking about here, where there should be additional insulation supports put up to keep the insulation in place before it all starts to fall. All right, and now I'm up near where the deck is. You can see that vent there is open. There's no way to close that. So that's okay this time of year. So we've got some more insulation that's fallen down. That vent right there is closed. It should be open. Now here you've got evidence that something was making a nest in here. And when they made the nest in here, then the weight of whatever it was pushed the insulation down. So I feel this is probably what maybe the pest control guy was talking about. There's voids right here in the block work. It looks to me, because you can see the different colored blocks here, they probably built the foundation after, you know, using used or leftover or second materials. And so you're going to have some irregularities in the size and that kind of stuff. Maybe it's chipped or something like that. But we could definitely get under here and fill all the voids. Now you see over here is a camel cricket. And they're kind of hideous looking things. But the black marks you see up here on the joist, that is probably not mold. That's probably camel cricket poop. Now this vent is just installed incorrectly completely. This one here and that one there. We probably need to do some carpentry work on the inside so that it's a tight fitting seal, and reinstall these two vents. And there's another one of the camel crickets, so they're in here. And here's some more of that fallen insulation, just like we were talking about before. Now this has been down a while and it's deteriorated, so that piece ought to be replaced completely because it's coming apart and it's smashed down. It's been down a while, so we ought to replace, maybe bring a roll of insulation with us and replace what we can with the roll of insulation, and just use the hangers and go through the whole crawl space and hang things up nice and neat. Seeing a few more voids right there, right down there. That big void there we could fill up with spray foam. And here's another vent. It's the same thing. The vents are basically not installed correctly, and I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's kind of a glossy slime over there. That's a slug, you know, going around. It's not wet. It's slime. This is one of the insulation hangers that's fallen. And so these usually just kind of go up in here and just tuck up there like that, and that holds the insulation. Okay, so just a recap. So we've got crawl door, insulation falling, patch up the holes in the cinder block, reinstall the vents correctly,